Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in the conference room, Taya's sitting at a table reading a magazine while she's thinking. And as she has a flashback back to the meeting she had. You can't be serious, but I am. Take this as a lesson when your best mate tried to fight to get whatever it is she wants. You do know she owns this hospital, that's not the point. Point of the matter is, you are hereby demoted to being a nurse till Brody comes out of his coma. Don't even think about trying to appeal it. The decision is final. And as the flashback ends, with Howard coming in and closing the doors. Wow. And as Taya turned and saw Howard, who came to where she is. It seems you've done a lot since I left, but why is Lindsay in your office? Not that it's any concern of yours. I just got demoted to being a nurse. More importantly, till Brody comes out of his coma. Oh, right. Carly did inform me of what's going on, what you and Karen did. Is there a reason to why you're here? Meanwhile, at the Applegate apartment in Kristen and Michael's apartment, Jennifer and Kristen came in, with Kristen closing the door. And as they head to the living room and turn and face each other. I am really sorry about you and Nate, but overall, you did head up to your agreement that, yeah, I know, Scott are better. You know, unlike Nate's family, blood runs thick, but overall, he was just trying to keep me together. I know. So, based on the recent events, now what? Honestly, I really don't know. It felt like I've lost everything that mattered to me, and there's not a damn thing I can do to stop it. Meanwhile, in the hallway, Maria closed Seth's door, and as she locked it, and as she turned around and got her stuff and walked down the hall. Just as Nate approached from behind, Maria, where you off to in such a rush? And as Maria stopped and turned and saw Nate, something's not right, and don't tell me it is. Nate, Seth and I are leaving Los Angeles for good, but Oscar can stay with you. I'm sorry, I must not listen to you. You heard exactly what I said. I'm leaving this town. Gloria's babysitting our son as we speak. Okay, before you go, you mind we talk, say, my place? Hey, I really have to be somewhere and I don't have time. Then, what I have to say to you won't take long. Only a few minutes. Meanwhile, in Buffalo, New York, at the Grand Plaza Hotel in the bar area, Sean is thinking. Ronnie came to where he is. There you are, and as Sean saw me. Is Angela with you? Because we got a major problem. What is it? It's Helen. She took off, and if we don't find her soon, well, we're done for. Meanwhile, at the Northridge loft in Jessica's room, Angela's looking at Jessica, who's still sleeping peacefully. It's really hard to fathom that you're not my granddaughter and all. Either way, I know something is not right with this picture. And one way or another, I am going to sort this matter. And as Angela turned and went and left Jessica's room and head down the hall and arrived in the living room. And as she turned and looked at the door, I am so sorry, Michael, for how things turned out. Suddenly, the front door began turning, and Angela turned and saw it moving, just as it about to slowly open, leaving Angela in a bind. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in the conference room, Taya and Howard are talking. Yeah, I came to tell you that I'm heading back to Atlanta. I've already sent Tanya, so I think it's fair that I join her. By all means, you should have just texted me this information than rather shown up here face to face telling me. After all, you did it last time. Well, I could have done that. You just choose not to. You just came back because I kicked Carly out because I got demoted and all. You don't know the full story to what happened and how our daughter, oh, I take that back, my daughter disrespected me. Wow. You really think I'm pleased to see you save your sympathy for someone who actually gives a damn? And as Taya got her stuff and went and left the conference room. Meanwhile, at the Applegate apartment and Kristen's apartment in the living room, Kristen and Jennifer are talking. Look, I know giving up Nate wasn't exactly the easy choice or one of the topics on your mind. Yeah? Still didn't stop you lot from ganging up on me to give him up in the first place. Thing is, you were just using him as a rebound. I know you still love Mike. Wrong! I love that man more than anything in this world. He was there for me. There for you. Yeah, I get it through the whole deal, but I don't want to rehash the affair I had by cheating on Michael. What are you gonna do about your daughter? It really kills me to be away from her every single day, not to mention every single second. That is why you should try to fix this, and fast. Meanwhile, in Nate's apartment, Maria and Nate came in. With Nate closing the door. Can I get you anything? Yeah, like what you're about to say, and then she faced him. Fine, that's fair. I'll get right down to it. I really don't understand to why suddenly you and Sel. Really? Is that the reason to why you want us to talk? To convince me to change me mind based on my own decision? Oscar needs his mom. And by going wherever the hell you and Seth isn't right for him. Changing sceneries, it's only gonna mess with his mind. No! You don't get to do that. You don't get to guilt trip me by using our son as a weapon to get whatever the hell you want. Look, I heard of what happened between you and Kristen. Have you now? Yeah, I have. I just want to say, I'm really truly sorry about that. I was kind of hoping you two would work things out. Meanwhile, in Buffalo, New York, at the Grand Plaza Hotel outside the ballroom, Sean's trying to call Angela on his iPhone with Ronnie there. Anything? Damn it. And as Sean hung up, she's not answering me. Every time I try calling her, it goes straight to voicemail. Wow, that's not exactly like her. I know. She usually answers the phone the moment it rings, which makes it very weird. Dude, do you have any idea how serious this is? Will you just shut up and let me think for a second? By all means, take all the time you need. Meanwhile, we're only mere seconds away from being caught up and losing what could possibly be the rest of our freedom as we know it. Oh my god. What is it? Of course she would go there. Dude, I'm having a hard time falling, and as Sean look at Ronnie, I know exactly where she is, and I think we better get there and fast. Still not falling to where she, come on, there's no time to lose. And as Sean and Ronnie went and head towards the main hall, towards the exit of the Plaza Hotel. Meanwhile, at the Northridge loft in the living room, Angela's continue panicking, and as the door continues opening more, till she quickly ran to the nearby closet and went in and closed it, just as the main door finally opens, revealing to be Michael, who came in. Hello? Anyone home? And as Michael turned and closed the door, and turned and faced the living room, Just as Paul came down the hall from his room to the living room, and Michael saw who it is. You must be, yeah, I'm Paul, Lauren's boyfriend, and you must be Michael. Yep, so where is everybody? Well, they're at work, of course, and as Lauren also came in and stand by Paul, and as they saw Michael. Tell me, who was that lad who saw you beforehand? Long story. One I really don't want to rehash at the moment. That's understandable. I know what it's like when your past comes knocking at your door. It's not easy. I can tell you exactly who that lot is, and when I do, you'll probably recognize them. Meanwhile, in the nearby closet, unbeknownst to Lauren, Paul, and Michael, Angela is listening on the conversation. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in Brody's room, Taya came back in and went to the bed where Brody is, who happens to be lying in a coma. Come back to us, please. From what my best mate said, you are more stronger than you think. After all, it was you, Aaron, and Kyle who were the saviors on this planet, not to mention one of the prophecy warriors. If it wasn't for the three of you lot, none of us would exist today. I never forget when that Oikakos tried to take over the world. It was your willpower along the rest that saved us. Just so you know, we're not in any way gonna give up on you. Don't give a damn if it takes 1 to a decade. We will be there for you to the end. So this is what they're having you doing. And as Taya turned and saw Howard at the door, who came in. Don't bother trying to explain. I know all. And I gotta say, it's very admire of you helping your best mate, taking care of her family. That's one of the things I felt. What are you doing here? You said you were leaving, yeah? Heading back to Atlanta. Last I checked, Brody's room isn't exactly in Atlanta, Georgia. I just hope Brody comes out of this coma to his family. I know they miss him so much. Thank you for that. Anyways, I truly regret on how we turned out. Take care of yourself. And as Howard turned and went and left Brody's room, closing the door, and as Taya turned and looked at Brody, who's still in a coma. Meanwhile, at the Applegate apartment and Kristen's apartment in the living room, Kristen and Jennifer are talking. You know what? You're right. In fact, I've been contemplating about leaving town for quite a while. Yeah, now you're thinking straight. No, I'm not. I'm not thinking about leaving, going on holiday. I'm thinking about leaving this powerful town permanently. You can't just leave the place you call home. Not to mention your family, and I told you, my family has left, all because of a secret that I kept. One I hereby regret it. I should have trusted my husband on this. Don't do this to yourself, okay? Your daughter needs you more than ever. You owe it to yourself to fix things between you and Michael. I believe the pair of you are soulmates. Thank you. Not only for being my sister with good wisdom, but also being my best mate. And as someone knocked on the door, and as Kristen got up and headed to the door, and arrived and got it, and it's the delivery man. Can you sign this, please? And as Kristen got the clipboard from the man and began signing it, and as she gave it back to the man, who in turn gave her a gold envelope. Thank you. And as the man turned and walked away, just as she closed the door, and as she turned and headed back to where Jennifer is, who saw her with the envelope, and as she began opening it, and took out what appears to be a pamphlet of paper, which Jennifer saw, and as Kristen reading it. What is it? and as Kristen looked at Jennifer. Meanwhile, in Nate's apartment in the living room, Maria and Nate are talking. Thanks for the condolence and all, but truthfully, it probably was in the cards. Not that it matters anyways. What do you mean by that? What do I mean? I meant her powerful family, who happens to be my rival, wanted her to end things from the start the second we got back together. Wow. Seems to me that you really did love her. Yeah, I did. Anyways, no use dwelling on the past. It's about time I move on with my life. That is one positive spin to look at it. Okay, what do you plan to do now? Look, no need to worry about me. I'll figure something out. I always will. I know you're trying to be noble and strong. Not to mention you're the son of Frank and Mimi, and being Colin and all. I just want to say, I'll never forget what we went through. How you protected me and got my back all the way from the beginning when we did a runner with the whole thing of kidnapping Rita's son. You had your own reasons, I know, and you never questioned me about that. And I know we transpired to something more. Point of the matter is, I will never forget what you and I shared. The passion, the love, the everything. I will love you to the end of time. Me too. And as they went and began hugging each other. And as Nate continued holding Maria while he's thinking. And as Nate took out a sedan from his back pocket and began injecting Maria with it, which caused her to pass out. Which is why, and as he pulled away and gently placed her on the ground, I'm gonna be focusing all my energy into getting us back together and making certain nobody stands between us. Meanwhile, in Buffalo, New York, at the Grand Plaza Hotel in the front desk area, a woman is talking to Isabella and Vince, with Teresa, Walt, Karen, Bradley, Rachel, and Aaron in the background watching. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't disclose that kind of information. We value our clients' privacy and all. So you did see them. And don't try to sell the fact that you didn't. I know all about your little policy when you can't tell anyone's private business. I really don't give a damn with the fact. Look, your rules isn't gonna stop us from, is there a problem here? And as the man came to where they are, and they all saw him. Yeah, as a matter of fact, there is a problem. I don't know if you saw the news yet, but there's 2 people who are on the run with his daughter and all. Oh, one small matter. Did I mention I'm the daughter of the most powerful family in existence? Isabella Graham, daughter of John and Ashley. More importantly, my family happens to own this establishment you're working at. So unless a lot of you want to lose your job and possibly get sent down for the rest of your lives, you better start talking. Where is my sister? Meanwhile, at the Northridge loft in Lauren's apartment in the living room, Lauren, Paul, and Michael are talking. How could you know who they are when I just know, alright? It was Angela Graham. Angela? Why does that name sound so familiar? That's because, thing is, everyone knows about the Grahams and all. I don't know who she is. She's the daughter of John and Ashley. Oh my god. Exactly. Why don't I fill you both in all about them? Why don't you not go to my room? I'll be there in a second. Dude, I've already know everything there is about them. After all, I did have one of them as my wife. Yeah? Who might that be? The one I was married happened to be Ashley and John's granddaughter. Interesting. Well, Lauren, when you do head back to the room, we have some good information to share. While you do that, I'm gonna fill you in some more information, Michael. And as Paul and Michael head towards Lauren's room. While that's happening, Lauren got her pregnancy stick from her pocket. And then she headed to the bathroom and went in and closed the door. While Angela, who's happened to be in the nearby closet, finally came out. And then she closed the door and saw no one in the living room. That was real close. And then she headed to the main door and quietly opened it. And then she headed out and closed it. I had a feeling you'll be here. And as Angela turned and saw Sean and Ronnie, who approached to where she is, and she saw them. And I was right on the money. So you and him followed me like I'm some damn project? Really? Trust me, that is gonna be the least of our problems right now. How do you mean? I'm afraid we've been compromised. Compromised? What does that even mean? Ronnie is right. Your husband, along with his family, not to mention your sister, are all here as we speak. And if we don't leave right now, not only all of us gonna be sent down all, more importantly, you are never gonna see your daughter again.